Welcome to the 16th episode of Borderlands 2. This is Rainy Day Let's Play. I'm Solon, and it's going to be another long-ass episode. This is the last one for a while, so don't have to worry. It's going to be a lot of really cool stuff and a lot of really annoying stuff. So I'll try to piece it all out as we go.
The sound of some VAR kids burning alive at the same time ought to do it. You got a fire gun, right?
Speaking of annoying stuff, fire guns. So, if you don't have a fire gun, there are things that have been placed around that create fire, but it's like, well, alright. It's pretty bulky to use, either way. Like this fire melon. Look at all that fire that it kind of creates in one spot. Hopefully that there's anything around there. Luckily, my fire shield also creates fire. So then there's this, and that's awkward. So you can kind of shoot those pods and explode them, and then the things that are in them won't come out. However, we are supposed to have a quest that uses those adult pods, and you kind of, like, you poison the pods and then turn them into badasses, but we actually don't have the igniter for that. I just up and forgot to grab it, so that's a problem. One of the reasons that this episode's so long is that I actually had a problem where halfway through, or even like 7 minutes into recording one of the episodes, I think it was like this one, my computer basically exploded, and there were loud screeching noises and scaring and crying and peeing, and because of all of that, this is actually cut up between two different playthroughs that I was doing simultaneously. Meanwhile, the badass VAR kid's just gonna kill me. Maybe I can scrape out of this one. There we go. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. So these VAR kids, they have 3 stages. You start with the insect stage, then they go to an adult stage, and then they turn into a badass stage. That's probably one right over there that's going to be a badass. So that'll be fun to deal with. Yet, still no fire. Yep, that was another badass. Luckily our turret's out, so we get a second wind really easily. Okay, all 3 ignited. Cutscene, go.
So loud. So angry. So dead.
Hey, Walt Hunter. Welcome to the Crimson Raiders.
I die so easy.
Sorry you had to wake me up. I might have celebrated a little too hard last night after Bloodwing and I raided a Hyperion convoy. Ain't that right, Blood? Easy, girl. So, a Hyperion train is speeding through the Tundra Express. If my intel's good, and it usually is, the vault key itself might be on board. My advice? Do what I do. Steal the key, get drunk, pass out.
Without the vault key, Jack can't control the warrior. You gotta hijack that train, soldier. My old friend Tina can help. Go talk to her.
Okay, blah blah blah, whatever. Come on, man.
I've saved her life a few times, and she saved mine even more. She'll help you out, but...
Mordecai and Bloodwing are the most boring characters. I have no idea why. I mean, you have this silent, stoic sniper that happens to also be a party guy and all sorts of stuff. It's like, ugh. Anyway, let's meet a fun character.
All around the stack, this plant, the stalker chased the bandit. The stalker thought 'twas all in fun. Pop! Goes the bandit. Oh, hi!
And this is Tina.
Rowan told me you were coming. I still owe him for all that butt crap with General Rancid. So you gotta hijack a train, huh? Child's play. Let me introduce you to my ladies. Running, 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 I'm running over here. Run, 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 run.
There's something weird in a game about having a running song. I don't know yet what it is yet, but
This here's Mushy Snugglebite.
best friends forever.
Felicia's sexo pants. These fine-ass women's could stop that train for us, but I'm gonna need their badonkadonks first, and they got stole by the bandits a few days ago. Go get them!
Alright, so we're gonna go find Badonkadonks.
I know Tina
The,
can be odd.
I think it's funny that Tina is like this,
Demolitions expert.
PG-13, 13-year-old.
She asks, and I guarantee she'll
They don't really go out and, like,
get the vault key.
exploit huge amounts with her character and the language they use, but it's like kind of this borderline case, and so I don't know, it's just kind of weird how it's not completely explicit, but it's kind of like still really little kiddie, and yeah. So rocket launchers, those are fun. So Mordecai is going to be up there for basically the entire time we're here, just sniping at stuff, and usually hitting them with slag and hitting a lot of things with slag. Oh, right. Cue awkward transition. This is the cut between two... yeah. This is the cut between two different playthroughs. Because of how weird things happened. Sorry about that. But hey, now we're level 15.
Thank you. If you're hearing this, you just killed me. And let me just say, no hard feelings. Before you wasted me, I kept my best guns in my garage.
Like that?
Considering how badass you must be to have blown me away, I'd say you deserve it. I know this sounds like some sort of trap.
After killing hundreds and hundreds of nameless, like, bad guy people, there's something really charming about just getting a message after killing one. Just a little like, oh, hey, good job for killing me, guys. I mean, I don't know. It feels good. So it looks like we've got a couple of the like slot machine bad guys that are carrying stuff. Wow! So when you reload that, that's kind of awesome. That's way too cool. You reload it and then you throw it like a rocket. Good work, Teddy Orr. I'm just gonna assume that's Teddy Orr. Well, it's awesome until you run out of ammo. That's not, you know, there's nothing that could go wrong with that. So having a sniper up there who just keeps shooting all of your stuff is really awkward. Especially when you have like multiple players playing this area. And you just have, you're trying to like organize the 2, 3, 4 of you. And all of a sudden, and you're like, oh god, what is going on? And then you start making friends when you don't mean to. On the plus side, Mordecai does kind of give you a place to look. look for the big purple people. So, can't hate them too much. Cool, so looked like that big guy actually dropped a literal slot machine. We had one that dropped the big crate of stuff, and then another that dropped a entire slot machine to play with. That's kind of cool. Awkward thing is, I don't think there's any reason to be here. Alright, let's stick to the train. Oh yeah, these aren't even... Oh well. We'll just push through it anyway. We're so close. That acid damage is sweet! Just burn through people. Alright, on to the real mission now. Just walk along the train tracks. Okay, so ideally we'll just ignore all the VAR kids and... Nope, we're just gonna leave them alone. Mordecai can have fun with them. There we go, Buzzard Academy. So, probably look at, you know, having some helicopters hit us and all sorts of craziness go down. Watch out, train coming. Don't get hit by trains. Okay, looks like we're safe. That would be so awkward to get, just be looting stuff on the side of a train track and then get hit by a train. That happened to me. Unfortunately, on the playthrough that I lost, I totally got sideswiped by the train and didn't even see it coming. So I feel like there's something going on with the pacing of Borderlands 2, and it's something that's been really like on my mind with how video games work. You'll have some games that come from like arcades that are rule systems that steadily get harder and harder and effectively go on forever, and then you'll have other games that you know, those arcade games are supposed to like eat your quarters and stuff like that. You have other games that are one-player adventures that have a defined end. Sometimes that end is really close, sometimes that end is really far, and usually a game will focus on how long their game is to pace it out like that. So you have anything ranging from Dishonored to Journey, which is the difference of like an hour and a half to 8 hours. And then you have big RPG adventures that I don't really know why, other than like just because they can, are really, really long. And maybe that's actually part of the answer. Maybe it's just like because of how much just physical data, or I don't even know, physical or digital or whatever, how much data can be stored on a disc or on a cartridge, or on, in the old days you'd have the Final Fantasies that, and Pokemon games and stuff, that when you'd run out of space, you'd have a color palette swap. Oh, crap. Anyways, you'll have a color palette swap, and that'll give you like twice as many monsters of different varieties. And so you don't have to put into a game physically 100 different monsters. You can have 50 monsters and then change their colors and have another 50 monsters that are represented in the game. And you've seen that millions of times. You see that in this game a whole bunch. But there's like, maybe it's just a physicality to the space that you can stick into a game. Oh man, we got ported really far away. But you have games like Disgaea, which effectively go on forever and ever, and that's the point of the game. That's one of the jokes, one of the tropes that they're going on, is that RPGs, especially Japanese role-playing games, go on forever. And then you have a game like this that is actually supposed to be like telling this big story that is supposed to be maintained within a certain amount of time and space. And at the same time, it also has all of these other like quest systems and stuff that maintain that it's supposed to be played for a long, long time. And I'm wondering to what extent does this like clash or make things kind of difficult or complicated? There's our first badonkadonk. Pretty sure I just ran right by the first one when it was downstairs. Alright, grab everything. Loot the pooper and go. Good night. God, Mordecai's chatty. Hey, there's our little helicopter friend. Okay, is it up here or is it down? Oh, it's down. Never mind. We're gonna Aladdin this shit. Boom. Out of here.
Bring him back here and I'll use him to make some fine-ass damsels who can hijack that train for you.
Sweet. Watch out for the train. Yeah, in the meantime, let's just go grab that stash since we're heading out of this area now. Still think it's really cool that we just killed some random person and ended up having a more direct consequence than the usual lot that we row through. This one doesn't seem like it's too much. Just go find a place and probably kill some dudes and then walk away. Quest done. Give us a level up too. That'd be sweet. Alright, so what do we get? Oh, look at that. Free chest. Free chest full of grenades. So that's what you're supposed to do, is just kill the Sax. And they're really easy to kill. But I kind of had trouble with that at the beginning of this episode. Oh, these guys are actually kind of tough. There we go. Oh, there's a few more. Should be a couple waves of bandits. That makes sense. How does he talk to us so much? Isn't that like why they put him up there in that high stack so that nobody has to listen to him? Maybe everyone just hates Mordecai. Alright. Killing Will's bandits. We got them all. Cool, free blue. That's pretty snazzy. Let's see how it feels. It is kind of cool that there's really no way that I know how a gun's gonna work unless I shoot with it, which is really cool because you do get this, like, every single one has their own separate feel, and maybe that's just a plug to the Rumble director. I think Rumble is probably one of the least explored and most awesome things that games have given us. But yeah, every single gun kind of feels like its own different thing. Bummer thing is, like I've said before, is that the guns don't have much of a shelf life compared to one another. And so you might use one for 10 minutes and then just toss it. Ooh, wow. Good luck for us. Bite. That's how you base jump off buildings. Why go around when you can just go up and over?
Another trophy for my
Well,
wall.
in this case, we'll actually have to go around. Dang it, they put Tina on just the other side of this mountain for us. Do some hop skipping. Okay, so far not so hard. We're already back to Tiny Tina in 15 minutes. What up, girlfriend? Got your badonkadonks, let's get it on.
Awesome! Just a secco. This gonna be good. I got nothing for you.
I hope it's gonna be good. You have raised my expectations, small girl.
Get your butt out of my workshop, man. I've got some free alone for this.
To be fair, I really wouldn't want to be in there anyways when she's working on explosions.
Here is my butt. Whoops. Put a little
Point made.
bomb in the hot ass bando, blow stuff up and make people die. Squishy. Squishy, squishy, squishy. Oh, damn, you looking good, ladies. Let's get to work.
Alright. We have 2 fine missiles.
Twin sisters, man. Take them. Take them, take them, take them, take them.
Pick up the twins.
Just put my damsels near the choo-choo track and
Set him up!
good plan, great plan.
Cool. And she gives us a quest.
Sup. I got a job for you. I got a job. Sup, sucker? Got a very important tea party coming up, and my date is missing, and I am not going stag. Don't even suggest it. His name is Sir Reginald von Bartlesby, a local aristocrat and purveyor of the fine arts. I believe his mother has forbidden him from speaking with me. You will convince her to release him into my custody.
That sounds fair. That sounds like something that nobody will have a problem with at all, and we probably won't have to shoot anything. Anyways, let's make sure we get this quest done quickly. Despite how long these episodes go for, I actually do want to save as much time as possible. Alright, so train hijacking is actually not far at all from any of this. Sometimes I just want to shoot the barrels just to shoot the barrels. And sometimes something actually pops up next to them. So it's double plus win all the way around the rainbow. These poor guys, they just have nothing next to my saber turret. I feel like the laziest player ever. I can just kind of put down a turret and just walk away. And that's what I am. You know, I see the quest marker over there, but I also just want to shoot everyone. Hard life out there for the Vault Hunter.
That's right!
Okay, one more guy. There we go. Playtime over. Okay, sweet. Check the poop tube. Go up the ladder, fire off some missiles, see what happens. Sorry, I'm here for the explosions. Man, I'm way too stuffed here. It's like they all just kind of fly out of your body. You're like, I must emancipate all of my weapons. Be free! Alright, forgot about the loot part after the shoot. You always gotta shoot and loot. You mess that up and you ruin the whole game. 1 and 2.
Just poke their bellies when you want me to set the explosives off. I gotta do it remotely.
1 and 2.
Oh snap, son! I hear the terrain coming. Counting down. 10, 9.
Fire the missiles!
Yeah, boy. Burn all the babies!
Yep, that looks about right.
Well, that's one way to
Definitely
hijack a
feel like
train.
my handiwork
He's
was
still up on that ice.
somehow involved in this.
That wreckage to get there.
It's got all of my personal motifs. Fire, carnage, destruction,
That's a wrap song.
things that you would relate with me. Oh, that's kind of weird. Give you a whole nother place to go to just for this, like, one train area. Anyways, with how pacing goes, it's like there's
The train cars.
one point where I feel like we've done a whole bunch of stuff,
Verified one.
and then another point where I feel like we're 16 parts into this, we're like 8-9 hours in, and we've barely even established who we are or why any of this matters or any of thing, and that's kind of where a lot of the critique parts come in. I mean, one thing that I want to look at is like the different hierarchies of power that are involved in this game. Oh, snap! There we go. Let's get some multi-rockets. We get our cool power up now. Alright, eat it. Oh yeah, yeah, we've got rockets coming out of this. That's awesome. That is way too cool. But we have different hierarchies within the Pandora peoples, between the local bandits that are in their little hidey holes until I emancipate them from their lives, and you have people from the from Sanctuary, from New Haven in the first game, from Sanctuary, and they all do their thing, and then you have Handsome Jack, and you get this kind of cool like pyramid of social hierarchy, and it kind of looks like that like 99% to 1% kind of thing, and you have Handsome Jack, who's like supposed to be the hero or whatever they're trying to do with him. I don't know, it's not really very well put together to be honest, or at least not in a clear way. Anyway, I'm out of here. I don't have to fight any of this stuff if I don't want to. Oh, I guess I'll have to like fight that or pretend to or something.
I don't die so easy.
There we go. Just gonna run away from it like a little pansy girl. Nope. I saw that shadow. Oh god.
Jack really wanted to protect the vault key, it wouldn't be on a train. He'd have Wilhelm guarding it.
That's not foreshadowing. That's just mean. Ooh. Let's do it. I'm an assault rifle man now. With my assault rifle. Okay, so we got a U-turn. She just said that Wilhelm's definitely not there, but is there. I'm gonna say that we're gonna fight Wilhelm now. In the big glowing green train, yep.
Oh dear.
There we go.
It's a trap! The vault key's not on the train. Abort the mission, soldier. I'm sorry.
try, but you can't handle Wilhelm. Trust me.
Kid, Wilhelm nearly killed us all in New Haven without taking a scratch. If things get bad, just run.
Did you fight him with lima beans? He seems to be taking a scratch here. He's taking a pretty big scratch. Oh, those rockets are sweet. So I guess he's just a really big... Oh, see? Out of ammo still. I knew that was going to come back to haunt me. So he's just a really big robot. He's even got a face with a weak spot and everything. Tough thing is that he also constructs robots and does the whole thing, so... Okay, this might actually be a little bit difficult. Stupid Wilhelm. Nope, I'm just barely gonna not... Yep. Damn, so close. Pop. Anyway, should be a really easy fight. Only trouble is when you get like comboed up on a whole bunch of robots come out and you have to take care of all of them, and so kind of like where we're at now. But if you get to a point where you just get overwhelmed by the number of people around, you have to start killing off other robots. That's when you get into a sticky situation, because he starts spawning the little healer drones and gets his armor up and shields and stuff, and that just sucks. Oh, poor Wilhelm just cannot do a thing about my turret. Yeah, those shield surveyors. He can get like 3 or 4 of those out, and then it's like bad news bears for everyone. But when it's just you and your turret against him, not too difficult when you have an explodey gun. I forgot my shield can talk to me. Poor shield. Wow, don't get pushed off of the edge. That would have ended that immediately. There we go. I feel like they're saying that I killed Wilhelm and that's awesome, but they might just be patronizing me. Because I kind of just did that on my own.
Well, never seen a power core like that. The one you got from Reese is nearly burned out. Why don't you bring it back here? We may not have found the vault key, but at least Sanctuary will be safe a little longer, thanks to you.
Alright, let's stick it in, see what happens.
Bravo! Champagne, cheers, high five, so clap. You got the damn power core, didn't you?
I did get the damn power core.
The kid gloves are coming off. Tighten up the big boy pants because things are gonna get really
Okay, now you all just seem like you're patronizing me. Do I even have any point to be here at all?
I really thought the vault key would be on that train. I'll make it up to you all later.
Mordecai, you are the absolute worst.
What you think, Bloodwing?
Shave your beard, get a job. That's my advice, Mordecai. Alright, let's head back to the Tundra Express before we keep moving on. In the next episode, we'll get to some of those side quests that I'm really excited to do. Like, really excited. No, they're Tiny Tina quests, so they'll be fun. They'll at least have something interesting happening. So, cool. Thanks for hanging out with us in episode 16. We'll see you in the next one.